those reasons are.
Dude's having a seizure there, someone help him. How's it going, everyone? Sue Daddy Brown here, and we're back with another episode of Dark Chronicle, or Dark Cloud 2. And as you can see, I made a few more houses, arranged trees a bit differently. I've brought in a ton of the villagers, or citizens of the town, Max's town, by completing their little quests, which you'll see here. There's a bunch of people on my train right now, and the pink ones are the ones that we still haven't done yet, the other ones that I've already completed. So you see there's 1, 2, 3 we haven't found yet, and 3 we haven't completed. So 6 other villagers we're missing in total that we can move around, and the rest are just going to stay in the train unless you move them into a house. As you'll see here, we have Aunt Polly, that's the baker, and they all have different abilities. Let's see, a new place, I feel like a baker again. Her, you could see her abilities, make bread, and I could just buy bread from her. Unfortunately, I haven't made it far enough from where we left off. You see what that message there? Apparently we were just supposed to leave the future and come back because there was still more to do. And I haven't made it far enough in the dungeons apparently to unlock the accessories to build for the houses. Like you see these things right here, that's all we can build right now. And where is it? We need to add more things to the houses themselves to increase our culture points. And for that's what we need to increase our culture to 100% and unlock the special prize they got going for us. But yeah, we're gonna head back to the future. And let me see if I can get out here. Come on, there we go. Heading back to the future, see what's up, and that's gonna give us the thing we need to advance the star route. And after we get what's in the star route in the dungeons, we'll be able to finally fight the frickin' boss. There we go, now you remember. Take your time,
Master Jurek! Master Jurek, do you know about the rainbow butterfly?
I also fixed the test so it goes fast. It helped with a mission, so that's why, like a side quest for one of the characters.
Rainbow butterfly, I've heard of it.
This guy still takes ages to talk to. But this is much better than the slow test.
We'd like to meet it if possible. What should we do?
They like the freesia flower.
You'll find a butterfly where the freesia flower grows. I can't deal with this guy, he talks too slow.
Tell us, where does that flower bloom?
Now there, I'm
Not sure. They're not in bloom already.
Not in bloom.
You'll have to make them bloom. Okay, good.
Make them bloom? Ourselves?
Here, I'll give you this.
Oh no, not the nostril thing. Oh, yeah. There we go. It's just like Dark Cloud. I'll be saying that a lot. It's just like Dark Cloud. Obtain the Friska seed.
Plant that in the woods, and a bud will grow. But it takes more than that for a flower to show.
That's a nice rhyme you got going.
You need sundrops.
Sundrops?
This is the same ordeal we had in the Furataki
They
village.
have the power to speed the growth of green things.
Where can we get them?
It's a kind of sap the monster Himara produces. You'll have to ask a Himara.
Hang on. Ask a monster? That's nuts.
That's pretty insane.
How can we talk to a monster?
You must think of that yourselves.
Obtained a badge box. Okay. To get a sun drop, first you'll need something that will enable you to speak with the Hamara. Obtaining this item is connected to diorama development somehow. Work on your diorama and then check out Jurek's future world. Alright. So I guess I'll just have to come back again. Let's see. The seed has been planted and it's starting to sprout. That was a gift, so don't let it waste away, okay? Alright, so I'll see what happens. Alright, so maybe the seed was supposed to be put here. Let's try it. Here it is. Yeah, it was. I'm not sure. Why I can't talk. I'm not sure what we're supposed to put in that gift capsule, but I'm guessing that's what we need. But I'll just do this first and then go back to the tree guy. Maybe he'll explain. There's a huge sprout here. Seems something's still missing. No, I don't have what we need for that now. So I'll just go back to the future and see what's up. So I had to look it up and it seems like we just needed to keep building stuff, and the last thing I could build was a house to put Melaine in. She was well, not just to put her in, but to move her in. Naturally, after just building the house, I got enough culture points, so I guess it wasn't even her that I needed, it was just the culture points, but that is part of what we needed to do as well. We got 30 culture points because the house gives you 5 culture points. So it did increase it to 50%. Then we'll just have to do the other stuff some other time. But yeah, something changed in the future after doing this, and that's what we needed to do. Seems that I'm not gonna spoil it because I already kind of spoiled myself because I had to, or else I wouldn't know what the heck we were supposed to do. Although this would have been the next thing I'd do, I guess. Just keep building. Try to get Melaine.
My store is now open.
Yep, he has a store inside his nose. That's what we needed to do.
We have some rare monster transforming.
Yep.
You'll buy.
Yeah, I'll buy one. That's what we needed. That's what we needed. Okay, so what the hell? Why is there... This is really weird, Jurek, okay, my dude? We just got in some monster transforming badges. Better get one before it's too late. So. Holy shit, these clothes are expensive. Oh boy, do I really gotta... Okay. Indestructible coin. Symbol for solidify. Symbol for sacrifice. So those 2 coins we need to recruit the kid with the straw hat that helped us out in the beginning. Oh, and gold paint as well to get one other dude, the artist. So this is where we get those two companions, which I'll grind for later. But for now, I'll just have to sell some things. I'll sell this pistol. I don't need this. Yeah, sell it. And we'll get this monster badge. Mara badge. So what this does is... What's her name? Oh, Monica will be able to transform into this thing somehow. I'm not sure how. So that's pretty cool. You basically earn the attacks that they do. And yeah, I'll see you once I get to the forest and talk to one of those ones. Oh,
Max, listen.
What?
If I use this badge, I can transform into monsters. I can change myself into the Hamara monsters Jurak mentioned. Then we can mix in with them and maybe get our hands on that sun drop we need.
Got it. Nice.
doesn't even question how she's able to transform into those
Then
things.
we'll be able to make the flower bloom.
Just go along with it.
So let's go to the forest floor where the Hamara monsters show up.
Okay.
I think that's the first floor. But yeah, see you then. Alright, so finally I find myself in a floor of these Hamara fellas. Well, not in a floor, but they've finally spawned in this friggin' floor. It took their time. I'm not sure. So there's no limit to the transformation, I'm assuming. What's up?
I've been getting a lot of sun drops lately.
Oh
So
boy.
many they're coming out my ears. Take some from me, would ya? Here.
Alright. It's not weird at all. Obtain Sundrop. You know what rams love to eat? Premium chicken. Talk about living in a... This is so weird. Cheese, all those silly sewer rats all think about cheese. Okay, so you can't attack them. Sunflowers gotta stick together. I wanted to see... Do you... Oh, none of the monsters attack you. While you're in this little mode. Now it's time to finally wrap up this whole seed ordeal. Where is it? There it is. Sundrop. It says this area is a boss battle, so I'm not sure if we'll actually be doing a boss fight. Oh yeah, maybe I should have taken a picture of that thing before. Like the fish, I forgot to take a picture of the fish too. Some items you need photos for inventions too. What's going on? Oh. That is a big plant.
Is this a flower? It's huge.
It is.
It's a Lafretia.
So I'm gonna fight it up there. Okay. We'll just go up the spider's thread.
What do you think these are?
Are you gonna touch it? Ew, don't do that.
It's fine, I'm sure.
Just gonna drag you up it. Half-Life 2 feels bad. No wait, that was the first Half-Life that had those things that just drag you up. They had feelers. What?
These petals are huge. Actually, they're kind of gross.
Yeah. Thank you, Japan, for making everything look like a tentacle.
Look!
Here it comes. Kind of reminds me of the Dark Souls boss fight against that moth thing. Except it was white and not as colorful, if I'm not mistaken.
That's the rainbow butterfly.
It is.
It's coming!
Yeah, it is.
Out of the blue? What'd we ever do?
Why'd you have... Everything these people say is a rhyme. The most random moments. Okay, Butterfly King. I have to take a picture of you. No. Oh. Come on, get closer. I just want to see what happens. Okay, I'm done taking pictures of you, mate. I was just fucking around. I have fish. I was doing a bit of fishing, so I had enough fish. But we're gonna switch to our Ripod, which I've kinda... Nothing seems to work against the rainbow butterfly. You better try coming up with another course of action. The rainbow butterfly appears as soon as the Lafrisca bloomed, which means the flower itself may hold a clue to help you fight the thing. Okay. Oh. So it's something with this. Get out of here, feelers. Maybe I just have to put all of these up? I'm not sure. Why's that thing make such a weird ass noise? Alright, and you're gonna get attracted to that, I'm assuming? Yeah. This is an odd boss. What? What's going on? Attack it. My... What? Okay. My lock-on just went insane there. Am I not supposed to use the ride pod to fight him? I don't know what's going on here. And I have to use lock-on because it's a range attack. Damn rainbow butterfly. So it's just gonna be a pain in the ass. So if that doesn't work again, I'll just use my... What's it called? There we go. I guess you gotta choose which to shoot. There we go, that's one. Go back. I shot you once. Okay, mate? I don't know what's going on. So I'll skip to when we actually do some damage to this thing. Okay, as you saw there, we were able to finally defeat this thing. And that's because we had to shoot the butterflies in the order of the rainbow, as you see right there. And yes, I did look it up because I ain't got no time for that. Figuring that thing out.
So you're the ones that stopped me. Thank you.
Isn't that the chick the dwarfs are looking for?
Are you the one that they call Holly? That's right. Holly is the name I went by as a human living among the little folk. So that means your real form is the rainbow butterfly? Why did you appear to the Furbits in human form? Well, you see, I wanted to thank them. Thank them for what? Originally, I too was a tiny butterfly. Once, when I still wasn't used to flying through the forest, I got caught in a huge spider web. I couldn't get out of the web no matter how much I struggled. So I just took a deep breath and resigned myself to my fate.
That sounds depressing as hell.
Just at that moment, some Furbit folks came by and released me from the web. I was free. I flapped my wings with all my might and returned to the sky. They were waving as I flew off. They had saved my life, you see. My 7 saviors. The years passed. I grew and matured as a rainbow butterfly. As a monster too, I found myself with plenty of magic powers. I used my powers of transformation to assume human form and approach them. I had wanted to give them something as a sign of my gratitude. But while I was living among them, I realized that the time I spent with them was more precious than anything. Before I knew it, I found myself wanting to spend the rest of my life as a human. Then why'd you disappear? The Furbits really miss you. Oh, that. There was sort of, an accident.
And that's it.
A great, dark force from somewhere began to affect me. I was a monster, after all. And so this force awakened the powers of my original self buried deep within. I came to realize that I could never suppress the dark stirrings in my heart. There was nothing I could do but quietly leave their company. I've been hiding out in these woods, doing all I can to gain control of myself again. But the dark force got the best of me, and I was just a mindless monster when I attacked you.
Yeah, this is a really
So
long
that's what
scene,
happened,
huh?
I can't go back to my old friends anymore. Would you please give them this letter? Okay, I'll be sure to give it to them.
Okay, so there we go. We defeated the butterfly.
Perhaps the dark force that controlled me is what you'll be fighting from here on. It's an incredibly fearsome power. You must not... Well,
Okay.
I should be on my way.
Yeah, later. Get out of here. That was a terrible boss fight. It was just basically a puzzle. And it was an annoying puzzle because the pop-ups, sometimes you accidentally
Let's
skip
try
them
to
while
get to
attacking. So I didn't, in my first try, I didn't see that it said, oh, you gotta get them in a certain order. And even if you do... Oh, there we go. Turn to Sindain Station. But even if you do know you have to do it in a certain order, it doesn't really hint that it's gonna be the color of the rainbow. It's kinda like a random guess to figure that out. But yeah, I'll save this real quick. There has been a change in the future, maybe something will happen. There we go. So, I'm not sure the Furbits are still in their home. So usually when I went in, no one was here. Okay. Alright. So, I don't know. We'll just see what change in the future happened. They're probably in the train or something. But I guess now we'll figure out how to go in that split path. There's Mayor Neat there. He's in my party because he gives us more bits, more cash. Which is what we're gonna need to farm enough to get those indestructible coins and whatnot.
I've remembered.
Alright, Led. Okay, he takes so long. I'm sorry.
Tell us about him.
Griffin does not exist in our time. He shows up just a little in the memories of our...
Okay.
Huh? Flowers?
That's what I remember anyway. I don't quite know the details.
This guy takes up so
But
much
Griffin
time.
was around in ancient times. He is sending some strong otherworldly powers into the present. He's controlling a lot of things.
So Griffin is controlling the monsters in this era from ancient times. Which means his world is that of the distant past.
That's right. So, Jurak, how far back in the past is Griffin?
Take your time, Jurek. Or Jurek. Whatever the hell your name is.
I'm not really sure.
How am I not surprised?
You might want to ask Crest for the details.
Crest?
Crest, the great sage, the greatest and wisest sage of all in my era. With the moon crystal, he can use vast astrological powers. He can see everything that happens in the world.
Well, let's go and see him.
Yes, good idea, but it's not that easy.
Huh?
Crest's origin point has been erased too.
Oh, that's convenient.
That's not a problem. We have the Carpenterian, right? Let's just revive Crest's origin point as well.
Yes, exactly. Crest's origin point is the holy ground of Balance Valley.
And that's chapter.
In the future, a great temple will be built there. That's where all the sages will gather.
So that's where Crest will be. Let's get going.
Okay, how am I gonna access that other point? Guys? Alright, so we're just gonna ignore that other path in the dungeon.
Hello, everyone. How are you? This is Holly. I'm sorry to have left you so suddenly, but I have reasons that prevent me from staying with all of you. You might already have an idea of what those reasons are.
Dude's having a seizure there, someone help him.
The time we spent together was truly wonderful.
Holly!
Farewell, everyone. Stay happy and healthy.
It's Waluigi.
You will always be my one and only family.
That's a good scene, yeah.
Holly, how could you? How foolish of you. Human or butterfly, it doesn't matter. Holly's just Holly to us.
You knew?
Of course I knew. I could tell she wasn't human just by her scent. But if Holly chose to approach us as a human, that was perfectly fine too. We don't care so much for outer appearances anyway.
Such a touching story. I am deeply
By the way,
touched.
Monica,
What?
we want to go with you two on your journey. What do you think?
I mean, we were taking the Carpenterian anyways,
Of
so...
course. With your help, we'll be able to put the world back to normal in no time.
And so, our adventures in the forest came to an end.
That's his
Holly,
face.
the mysterious woman who got lost in the forest, wasn't you, Mother. But for some reason, I wasn't surprised. I always felt you'd be at the end of this journey. Just about then, Borneo and the others finished clearing the rock from the tracks so the train could move on again. We set our sights on Balance Valley.
So I'll just finish this area off screen or something, and I'll show what happens when I fully complete it. I'm not sure when we'll be able to access the dungeon, but it doesn't, well, not the dungeon, but the split path of the dungeon, but it doesn't seem like we can do it now. Do you want to leave? Yeah, let's get out of here.
All right, let's move them out.
Off we go with the hockey halftime horn. To Balance Valley, a new area. Boy, that forest, Sindain Forest, we stayed there a bit longer than I expected to. It's like 4 episodes, I think. Oh, how convenient.
Wow, they
The
even
path
have a
is blocked.
station here.
It's a neat looking place.
This is Balance Valley Station.
By the look of things, this valley's been hit as well. Hey, Max!
Oh, there go the frames.
We'll take care of things at this end. You take as long as you need.
Thanks, Borneo.
Alright. Can I have my frames back,
Go
please?
get them, kids. Be careful out there.
Okay, I got you.
Gotcha, Gramps. I wish I had frames. There we go. There they are. Good old-fashioned frames. Oh, I guess this doesn't count. What about the torch? Nope. No photographing, no torches for me. Alright, I'll stop. I'll stop now.
So this is Balance Valley.
That's right. There are 4 plateaus in this valley, but the height of those plateaus can change. Pretty strange, huh?
This is a much different looking place than the Sindain.
Wow. Huh? There are houses over there. Might be people as well. Let's go check it out.
Alrighty, Max.
Who are you? What do you want? Get out!
I thought that was gonna be like the wise owl from Furitaki Village. It's always that
Hold on,
end of it.
Mr. Owl. Just listen to us, please. What is it?
Talking owls.
We're looking for somebody. His name is Crest. Do you know him?
Crest. So you've come to see Crest, have you?
Yes, that's right.
Crest is dead.
Long live Crest.
Dead? Oh no.
So Griffin's henchmen got him too. Now what are we gonna do? And who's this?
That's a lolly.
Lynn was Crest's apprentice. She's been bedridden with shock ever since his death. Unfortunately, it looks like her illness has taken a turn for the worse.
Okay. Alright. Okay, so hopefully, you guys are watching what's going on.
Looks pretty
'cause,
bad.
that would sound pretty incriminating
We need a
without
house call from
context.
Dr. Dell.
Dr. Dell?
Just hearing the audio might mistake it for something
He's the
else
head
going on.
doctor in Palm Brinks, the best doctor around. But he looks like a duck, so don't be too surprised when you see him.
We have a talking owl, and
You know
a
a
butterfly that
doctor?
turns into human, and Monica that turns into monsters, so...
It looks like Lynn can't be moved, so we'll get the doc to come out here. Monica, let's get back to Palm Brinks.
Alright,
Yeah, I guess we better.
so this is how we get the duck to join us.
Please do hurry back.
Right.
The duck. Alright. So that's it for this episode, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.